Nay got the Toyota Camry 2020 with the red interior. Miss Nay, how much did you put down?
$0 down.
How much was your monthly payment?
$5.99.
For how long?
$427.
Miss Cheyenne came out and got this 2021 Ford Escape. Miss Cheyenne, how much did you put down?
$1,000.
All right, how much was your monthly payment?
$389.
Okay. How long are you financing for?
267 months.
Ashley and Chris came out and got the 392 Grand Cherokee. They sold their soul for the car. How much did you guys put down?
$2,500.
$2,500. How much was your monthly payment?
That's $799.
How long are y'all financing for?
Life.
For life.
What is the #1 wealth killer?
Yeah, new cars, car payments in general. So I made this video last year about the #1 wealth killer that nobody talks about. In my opinion, I don't think anybody should ever buy a new car. If you're trying to be financially savvy, never buy new, because buying a new car is basically just throwing your money away to depreciation most of the time.
And how much are you losing once you drive the car off the lot?
Yeah, off the lot, depending on the model, 15%, 20% right off the top there. And then in the first 3 years, you typically lose 40% of the car's value. That's typical depreciation curves. Obviously, for some sports model cars, it could be a lot higher. For some cars that hold their value well, like I think a RAV4 holds their value really well, it might be lower, but on average, about 40%. You should almost try to always buy a car that's 3 years used. I found that that's the sweet spot. If you are going to buy a new car, make sure it's 3 years used, 4 years used, maybe certified pre-owned, and you'll save a bunch of money that way.
So I agree with the idea of always buying used. If you buy new, you drive it off the lot, boom, you already lost 20% of the car's value. Thing is, it was a weird time we were in right after C19 because a lot of the car prices for used cars were the same as new cars. So in a sense, you buy a new car for the same price you'd buy a used car. The new car technically is already depreciated, right? So if you drive it off the lot, it will depreciate down to the value that its used version is going for. It was just a weird time. But overall, I agree with this point. Buying a new car is just like throwing away money. You drive off the lot and you instantly lose value. It's crazy to me to drive around in a depreciating asset.
What's your car payment?
$744.
Hey Chuck, what's your car payment?
$726.
What's your car payment?
$600 a month.
How much is your car payment?
Like $1,000.
Jose, what's your car payment?
Like $935.
What's your car payment?
I actually don't have a car payment right now.
How much is your car payment?
$700.
How much is your car payment? Got it for free from my mom. How much is your car payment?
$700.
How much is your car payment?
$400.
How much is your car payment?
$415.
What's your car payment?
Well, I got an electric Blazer for $469 a month.
How much is your car payment?
$1,080.
How much is your car payment?
Contrary to popular belief, I do have a car payment and it's $593 a month.
How much is your car payment?
Straight cash, homie.
I like that. Straight cash, homie. That's me too. So look, when I watch videos like this, and these are popular right now online, if you go on YouTube or TikTok, you'll see these all over the place. These people walking around car dealerships and asking people who work there what their car payments are. And whenever I see these, I'm thinking to myself, dude, this is embarrassing. You know what this reminds me of? Do you remember back in middle school and or high school, more so middle school, maybe elementary, when you had a gym teacher or a PE teacher, as they call it where I'm around? And your PE teacher looked like they have never done a push-up in their life. This is what that reminds me of. I go to a car dealership and I would expect the car dealers who work, or not the car dealers, the people who work there to be wiser about taking on a bunch of debt for a car. Now I get it. A lot of people don't have the cash to buy a car outright right now, unless you buy a hoopty or a beater off of Craigslist. And then you have to deal with the issue of the maintenance and it constantly breaking down. So I'm more of the sweet spot. I like to do the certified pre-owned cars. Anyways, whenever I hear people, and I don't know how much of this is actually true or, if they're exaggerating for, the camera, but $1,000, $1,100, some of these I've seen, they have like $1,200 a month payments. Dude, this is like a mortgage in the Midwest. It's just astronomical. And to think that you're going to get a car from these people. Now, again, they're not financial experts. They're salespeople. They're there to sell you a car. So, but yeah, it just reminds me of that. Just the overweight gym teacher trying to tell me that I'm not flexible enough and I can't do enough push-ups and sit-ups. Excuse me. Let me see you get down there and do it. But anyways, next video.
A $30,000 car by myself as a 25-year-old independent person with one stream of income. But let's break down the numbers of how much my monthly payment is and how much cash I put down for my car. I went with a 2024 Subaru Crosstrek in the color Offshore Blue. I freaking love that car. It is gorgeous. It is a gas guzzler. I'm jumping from a Prius to now a Subaru. So to break down the numbers, my car price was $30,954. I get a discount from Subaru for $1,675 from the sales price. So my final sales price was $29,279. I also put down a little bit of cash because I wanted to decrease the interest that I would pay over the course of the loan. So I put down $8,000 and the final amount financed was $21,283. So Subaru is currently running a promo for all the Crosstreks at a 3.9% interest rate. So at that APR, I am now paying for 60 months, $392 monthly for my car payment. That is not inclusive of my insurance, which will go up because it's a brand new car, also having to pay for the title and registration of the vehicle, not to mention warranties or protection for the car, which you can add on with Subaru. Even with all those expenses, I still think it's worth it because you have a 2-year warranty for your oil changes and any maintenance on your vehicle. So all in all, it makes sense. But I'm super nosy, so share your car payment and how much you pay for your car, what kind of car you have, because I'd love to know.
Okay, so honestly, this wasn't that bad. Comparing it to when I bought my car, and granted, I bought my 2012 Toyota Camry L, whatever the very base model is. It had, I think, 30-ish something thousand miles on it. And this was back in 2016. I bought a 4 years old certified pre-owned Carfax, baby. You already know. I think I dropped like maybe 12 or 13 on it. They were trying to get me to walk out of there with 16 because they gave me that package that she was talking about with the free oil changes and the extended warranty and blah, blah, blah. Just canceled that because I wised up. And when I left out of there, I left out with the Toyota insurance, which I was smarter than that too. That's crazy. They had to, well, it's going to sound good now because that was back in 2016. But back in 2016, it was like a 5 or 6% interest rate. Cut that right away. Went to my credit union, got like a 2.4% or something low like that. I cut it in half basically. And so I put down, I don't think I put down very much. This was not too long after I graduated from college. I didn't have much cash. So I didn't want to buy, I've been driving beaters my entire life. And, you know, I had to deal with the maintenance and it was just a headache. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and buy a new car. Like I said, 4 years old, certified pre-owned. Carfax, baby. And I'm still driving it now. And unfortunately, I've been in, let me see, 3 major accidents in this car, which I know I shouldn't say out loud, and it's pretty bad. Yeah, I've had that car's been beat up, but it's my baby and it's still pushing. It's Toyota. It has Toyota engine, Toyota transmission. So knock on wood, I mean, it should be good for, I think I have like just shy of 200,000 miles on it. Granted, 200,000 miles on it. So, you know, I hope I can push for another 100,000, like I said, knock on wood. And so, yeah, her situation, this is pretty much my situation, just adjusted for inflation. So it's really not that bad compared to some of these crazy, what these people talk about, these 1,200, 3,200, 2,400. Dude, these are literally mortgages people are having for their vehicles. It's downright despicable. So anyways, with that being said, just thought I'd give you a little bit of taste of what's going on in the car markets. It's bad out here. So if you can, go certified pre-owned if you can. If it makes sense, go certified pre-owned. Like my man Humphrey Yang said, 3 to 4 years, maybe 5 pushing it, you know, 30, 40,000 miles on it. Get that Carfax and you should be good to go. With that, if you enjoyed the video, you found entertainment in it, you got a little giggle, feel free to give me a like, possibly subscribe if you feel so inclined to. And in the meantime, until next time, make wise financial decisions.